Tobit, chapter 14. Then Tobit finished giving thanks. He was 58 years old when he lost his sight. After 8 years, he received it again. He gave alms and he feared the Lord God more and more and gave thanks to him. Now he grew very old, and he called his son with the 6 sons of his son and said to him, My child, take your sons. Behold, I have grown old and am ready to depart out of this life. Go into Midian, my child, for I surely believe all the things which Jonah the prophet spoke of Nineveh, that it will be overthrown. But in Midian there will rather be peace for a season. Our countrymen will be scattered in the earth from the good land. Jerusalem will be desolate, and the house of God in it will be burned up and will be desolate for a time. God will again have mercy on them and bring them back into the land, and they will build the house, but not like the former house, until the times of that age are fulfilled. Afterward, they will return from the places of their captivity and build up Jerusalem with honor. The house of God will be built in it forever with a glorious building, even as the prophets spoke concerning it. And all the nations will turn to fear the Lord God in truth and will bury their idols. All the nations will bless the Lord, and his people will give thanks to God. And the Lord will exalt his people, and all those who love the Lord God in truth and righteousness will rejoice, showing mercy to our countrymen. And now, my child, depart from Nineveh, because those things which the prophet Jonah spoke will surely come to pass. But you must keep the law and the ordinances, and show yourself merciful and righteous, that it may be well with you. Bury me decently, and your mother with me. Do not stay at Nineveh. See, my child, what Nadab did to Ahikar that nourished him, how out of light he brought him into darkness, and all the repayment that he made him. Ahikar was saved, but the other had his repayment, and he went down into darkness. Manasseh gave alms and escaped the snare of death, which he set for him. But Nadab fell into the snare and perished. And now, my children, consider what kindness does and how righteousness delivers. While he was saying these things, he gave up the spirit in the bed. But he was 158 years old. Tobias buried him magnificently. When Anna died, he buried her with his father. But Tobias departed with his wife and his sons to Ecbatana, to Raguel, his father in law. And he grew old in honor, and he buried his father in law and mother in law magnificently. And he inherited their possessions and his father Tobit's. He died at Ecbatana of Media, being 127 years old. Before he died, he heard of the destruction of Nineveh, which Nebuchadnezzar and Ahasuerus took captive. Before his death, he rejoiced over Nineveh.